What's going on, guys? Tonight I'm going to try to get a few of the pieces cut out for the motor mounts. I ain't really going to do a whole lot tonight, but I just wanted to show y'all what I had going on, and maybe hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to film some more and get the rest of the motor mount, the pieces cut out for the motor mounts, and get them welded in, and then move on to getting the transmission mount welded up. And hopefully start on the wiring and get all the wiring harness and stuff ran in for the computer. All right, guys, so pretty much what I'm going to be doing, I've got just a thin piece of cardboard here, and I'm just taking it over here and I'm just pressing it up against the engine mount and kind of making an indentation in it to where I can kind of trace it out. And I'll trace it out here. It's pretty much kindergarten all over again. I'll trace that out, and then we'll just we'll cut it out with a pair of scissors here and see what it looks like. Probably not the best way to do it, but that's what I've got to work with, so that's the way we're going to be doing it. It probably will take a little bit longer than it would most people. I'm not the best fabricator in the world, so I'm going to just try to do the best I can and make it look the best I can. But that right there, I believe, is going to be my first piece. Just a little bit short right here in the middle, but I'll remember that when I trace it out on the metal and fill that in. So I'm going to go over here and trace this out on my metal and get ready to cut it out. Make sure I get my little helmet here on, that way I don't get fussed at again. Do a little bit of slicing on it and see how it fits. Look out. Don't want to caught myself on fire. Hope I got that on camera. I done went and made my jacket into one of them quick dry jackets. You don't even have to take it out of your pocket, that'll work. I'm sure that's going to be a little hot. Get a pair of pliers. This old grinder here about had it. You have to give it a little kickstart to get it going. Alright, now we'll take this over there and see how close it is to fitting. Alright, guys, I got this piece here cut and kind of ground down to where it needs to be. It ain't going to be pretty by no means, but it's going to do what I need it to do, I believe. So, as you can see right there, it's in there pretty good. I think I could maybe shorten it up just a little bit to where I can make this more straight up and down. But I think I'm going to just lean it back just a little bit And I believe I'll be all right. Now next I'm going to, I think I'm going to try to see if I can't get this front side done. It's going to be pretty complex. It's got several bends in it, as you can see down through there. So I'm going to try to get that piece done. Alright guys, I got a piece of cardboard down in there, and I'm going to try to do the same things I did with this piece up here. Just kind of press it into the mount and make an indentation of it into the cardboard. And try to keep it in the same spot and not move it like I just did. It's kind of hard to get in there too with that air conditioner compressor in the way. I may have to wind up taking it off. Let's see how it's kind of, you can see here, you can just kind of see the indentions that it's making in the cardboard. That's what I'm just trying to get it to do all the way down through there. I don't know if you can really see it down through there, but it's not bad. May need just a little bit more trimming. I believe maybe right in there might need just a little more trimming. I'll see if I can't get that trimmed up just a little bit more. Done went and dropped it now. Old camera's still going. My battery's getting about dead. This is probably going to be the last piece I try to cut out tonight. Grind her down a little bit. Alright guys, you can kind of see there, everything's kind of lining up pretty decent. Like I said, I've got a few gaps I got to weld up, but, you know, I believe it'll be alright. It ain't going to be going to no fancy car show or anything like that anytime soon. It'll work until it don't. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. If it breaks, I'll just fix it back again. I'm going to try to clean off this frame just a little bit. That way I can maybe get a few tacks on this mount. I'm going to try to get everything tacked in place pretty good, and then I'm going to pull the motor back out and clean everything up real good, and weld everything in place then. I'm going to tack it right there just a little bit on this front piece, and then I'll see if I can't get this side piece in there and get a tack on it. And clean a little piece off on the frame so I'll get a good ground. Well, I'll just go right here. Our ground pretty good there. We're going to have to push this mount down just a little bit. Get that line up just like that. Alright, got that tacked in there. I'm going to get this front piece here tacked in. I'm going to have several gaps to have to fill with this one, but we'll just do the best we can, make it look the best we can, and I believe it'll be alright. Stay right there. Y'all don't laugh too much at my fabricating now, but it's going to work, I think. It will work, it just ain't going to look too pretty. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and do this side over here. Reason being is because I had to level up the engine quite a bit to get everything level. So I'm going to go ahead and try to cut out these pieces on this side. And hopefully try to just get this front piece and this outer piece cut out, and then I'm going to pull the engine transmission out and then cut the other pieces out and weld it all in. So I'm going to try to cut about a 4x8 sheet of cardboard so I can get my template to go by. About 4x8, so I'm going to get that and cut that out. I'm gonna have to get the length of it figured out now. I think right there is gonna be pretty close. Before I get real carried away, I need to make sure I'm going to have plenty of room for my radiator and the I got a aluminum radiator and electric fans for this, so I'm going to make sure I've got plenty of room for all that, and plenty of room for a few extra goodies later on down the road. So if everything goes good, I plan on trying to just buy a cheap turbo kit off of Amazon and put on it and just play with it and see what I can push out of this motor. I'm pretty sure it's not going to last because it has been through a demolition derby and everything, so, but we'll give it a try and see what happens anyway. All right, I got this engine mount tacked in. I'm going to try to take the motor out here in a little bit. I'm going to first take off the fan clutch here, and I'm going to get my radiator support and my radiator that I'm going to be putting in the truck. I'm going to get those in, set down in it so I can see how much room I'm going to have to work with. So I'm going to try to get this off with my old hammer and adjustable wrench method. I think these are normal rotation, I believe. I don't think they're left-handed threads, but I'm going to give it a few hits this way and see if it'll get it loose. That was a little bit too easy, believe it or not. I've never had one come off that easy, and I promise I didn't try to get it knocked loose before I started filming either. Most of the time, them things take at least 2 or 3 good hits before they'll come loose. All right, so I'm going to get this radiator support in. So you can see it right there. It's just an old radiator support that I bought from a junkyard a few years ago. So I'm going to get that put in and then get my radiator put in it and see what it looks like. All right, guys, I got the radiator and support and radiator in it. It looks like I'm going to have plenty of room time I put my electric fans in there to do just about whatever I want to. I believe I can still probably wedge a turbo or 2 down in there somewhere. So that's what I'm going to try one of these days whenever I get some money built up. And it'll probably be a year or 2 from now, but anyway, I plan on doing that one of these days. So y'all just stay tuned for that. But anyways, like I said, everything's looking good clearance-wise from the motor to the radiator, so I don't have nothing to worry about there, I don't believe. And I'm going to go ahead and probably pull the motor back out and get ready to get these mounts welded the rest of the way up. And should be getting close to get ready to start doing all the wiring and stuff. That's kind of what I'm dreading the most, is getting everything ran for the computer and everything. But anyway, that's where I've gotten to so far. All right, so I was able to reuse this template that I cut out for the front of the mount here. So I got another piece I'm going to take, push right up in here, and take this one and just kind of draw my outline off of it onto this bottom piece. Sometimes you need a couple extra set of hands. Like something about like that, I believe. If I can keep it in one spot and get it marked. Alright, I got that marked now. Alright, I got the other side cut out now and tacked in. And got a little bottom piece here that comes back over to the cross member. I got it tacked in as well. Ain't none of this gonna be real pretty, but I'm gonna put enough weld on it, I believe it'll work. But anyways, I'm gonna get this one welded up a little bit, and then I'm gonna take and cut a plate out and just go ahead and box this in. That way give it a little bit more strength. But anyways, I'll get this welded up, and then I'll come back over to this side here and get these pieces cut out for this side. And then I believe we'll be in pretty good shape. Definitely burning some of that old grease and stuff off of there. Man, it stinks. Looks like gonna weld pretty good. I ain't the best welder in the world, but I believe that right there ought to hold pretty good once I get it welded up all the way around. Alright, I got this mount here welded up all the way. I say all the way other than just this bottom plate right here. I'm going to spray some primer and paint up in that hole there before I box that in all the way. It's not my best work in the world. I'm still trying to get used to my new welder, but I believe it's going to be good enough to hold anyway. I don't think it'll go nowhere. Spray a little bit of primer up in there while it's still hot. It's kind of like powder coating. Spray that metal when it's good and hot with this paint, and it dries pretty quick if I can get the lid off this thing. Good grief. Must be child-proof. Well, alright, finally got the lid off after I destroyed it. This side here is going to require this piece is going to require a little bit of persuading to go where I want it to. I got this one all welded up. I got a few boogers on this side over here. I don't know what was going on, but anyway, there's a few dimes in those stacks. I gotta weld these big old gaps up here. I'm just gonna probably just lay a bead down and lay another one on top of it. So I didn't get this piece of metal here cut just right. So it's got a little bit of a gap in it, but I ain't scared to fill no gaps. Alright guys, I got both sides welded up all the way now. I'm going to do a little bit of grinding on it and kind of clean up a few spots where I kind of messed up the welds, but anyway, it don't look too awful bad, I don't believe. Just kind of ground it down, got some of the rough edges off of it, and then I'm going to paint it, try to keep it from rusting. I'm probably, once I get it painted and let that dry a little bit, I'm probably going to put the wheels and tires on it and roll it outside and see if I can get my pressure washer to work, and try to clean everything up best that I can. Alright guys, I sprayed some primer on these and let it dry. I'm going to spray just a little bit of black paint on them now. I'm going to just kind of dust over it, and then I'm going to take and spray some more paint on this after I get everything pressure washed. I just want to put a little thin coat of this on it, and then we'll put some flat black over this. I think this is gloss black, but I'm going to put flat. That's what I'm going to eventually paint the whole frame in, is flat black. Alright, and there's my welded up engine mounts. I got a little bit of paint sprayed on them. I don't think it looks too awful bad. It'll do for my taste anyway. But like I said, I'm going to let that dry for a little while, and then I'm going to put the wheels and tires on it and take it out and pressure wash the frame and everything, and just kind of try to get some of this old, it's got like undercoat and somebody had sprayed on it years before. I'm going to try to get as much of that old stuff off as I can. But anyways, I'm pretty pleased with how that turned out. I think it'll do what we need it to do for now, and then hopefully later on, like I said, I plan on putting a Crown Vic front end and under this truck sometime down the road, but we'll just have to wait and see how things goes, and that'll be phase 2 of this build, I guess you would say, anyway. Alright guys, I got it rolled out of the shop. We got the engine mounts welded up and got a little bit of paint sprayed on them. I'm going to try to tomorrow pressure wash the frame and the cab and everything, try to get everything cleaned up as much as I can. More than likely, hopefully this week I'll get the engine set back down in it and get the wiring and everything ran into the cab for the ECM. I'm going to try to use the instrument panel and everything for the Lincoln Town Car and see if I can maybe make that work somehow in the dash. Don't know for sure just yet, but that's my plans. I got fixed a transmission cross member. That ain't gonna be too big of an ordeal for it, but anyways, now I think I'll have to have the dry shaft lengthened just a little bit. But anyways, that's where we've got in this episode. I hope y'all enjoyed the episode, and if you don't mind, like and subscribe and hit that little bell. That way you know whenever I put videos out, it'll give you a notification. And I'm glad y'all have stuck around and watched everything so far. I think I've gotten up to about 60 or so subscribers, so it's a whole lot better than what I was thinking I would be doing. I appreciate it, each and every one of you, and maybe hopefully this will continue to grow a little bit, and I'll put out some more good content for you. But anyways, y'all have a good night, and thank you for watching.